So welcome everyone. In this video we will talk about the preparation as well as the standardization of oxalic acid of strength 0.1 normal. Okay, so if you want to better understand what exactly this standardization is, you can go and check out my other video. Here we will directly begin with our topic. So firstly let us talk about the requirements. The apparatus which we need is pipettes, burettes, conical flasks and a glass rod. The chemicals which are needed are sodium hydroxide, oxalic acid solution and phenolphthalein indicator. The equipment which we need is analytical balance. Okay, so these are the basic requirements of this experiment. Now let us talk about the preparation of 0.1 normal solution of oxalic acid. So what do we have to do? We have to weigh accurately 6.3 grams of oxalic acid and then dissolve it in 1000 ml of distilled water and stir the solution thoroughly. Now over here it is very much important to understand that how exactly we got this value of 6.3 grams. Okay, so now let us see the calculations for it. So what we are doing over here is that we are preparing a normal solution. Okay, so whenever we are preparing normal solutions, we have to see the equivalent weight of the compound. Whenever we are preparing molar solutions, we have to see the molecular weight. So here we will not discuss about the molar solutions. We will only talk about the normal solutions because we are preparing oxalic acid of strength 0.1 normal. Okay, so whenever we have to prepare normal solutions, we will see the equivalent weight of our compound. So the formula for calculating equivalent weight is molecular weight upon the n factor. Okay, so molecular weight we already know how to calculate it, and if you do not know, I will explain that in a moment. Firstly let us see what is the n factor. So n factor is the number of replaceable H positive ions or OH negative ions by 1 mole of acid or base respectively. Okay, so n factor means how many H positive ions or the OH negative ions any acid or base can give. So for example, in case of oxalic acid, if we see its structure, here I have drawn the structure of oxalic acid. If you see, so in its structure, it is having two molecules of water of crystallization, and the hydrogens present in the water of crystallization do not contribute towards the n factor. Okay, so we will neglect this. We will only see the main structure, and in this structure, if you see thoroughly, you will see two hydrogens which are easily replaceable. Okay, therefore we can say that the n factor for oxalic acid is 2. Now we know that oxalic acid's n factor is 2. This value we already know. Now we will calculate its molecular weight. Okay, so I have already calculated its molecular weight. Let me just erase it. So if we will see its structure, it is having 2 carbons. So I have written 2 carbon plus it is having 4 oxygens. I'm sorry, here I have written the calculation is a bit wrong. It is actually 4 oxygens and it is 4 into 16. Okay, and then hydrogens, there are 2 hydrogens over here, so I've written 2 hydrogens, and then there are 2 molecules of water present in the form of water of crystallization, so I've written 2 into 18 because if we calculate the molecular mass of one molecule of water, it will be 18. Okay, so when we will perform all of these calculations, the value which we will get is 126 gram per mole. So this is the molecular mass of our oxalic acid. Okay, so now when we will put all of these values in our this formula, what we will get? The equivalent weight of oxalic acid is 126 upon its n factor, which is 2. It will be 63. Okay, so it means this is the equivalent weight of our sample, which is oxalic acid, which means that when we will dissolve 63 grams of oxalic acid in 1000 ml of distilled water, the solution which we will get will be having strength 1 normal, because 63 is the equivalent weight of our sample. So here what we are doing, we are preparing a solution of oxalic acid whose strength will be 0.1 normal. So it is very much simple that if for one normal solution we need oxalic acid 63 grams, then for 0.1 normal solution the amount of oxalic acid which we will need will be 6.3 grams. So it means that when we will dissolve 6.3 grams of oxalic acid in 1000 ml of distilled water, the solution which we will get will be having strength 0.1 normal. So I hope up to here it is very much clear that how exactly we calculated this value, that why do we need exactly 6.3 gram of oxalic acid to prepare a solution of 0.1 normal. Okay, so this calculation is very much important, that how do we find the equivalent weight of any compound. So now let us begin with the standardization. Okay, up to here what we have done, we have done the this part, we have done the preparation. Now we will standardize our compound. So the second step is the standardization of 0.1 normal oxalic acid solution. So firstly, the principle, what we will do, oxalic acid is titrated directly against 0.1 normal solution of sodium hydroxide using phenolphthalein as an indicator. So here I have written the chemical equation of this process, that how this exactly takes place. Now let us directly see the methodology. What we will do, we are talking about the methodology. So we will take 10 ml of 0.1 normal oxalic acid solution in a conical flask, and then we will add 2 to 3 drops of phenolphthalein indicator. We are actually performing titration over here. Okay, so then we will start the titration with 0.1 normal solution of sodium hydroxide taken in the burette. So this solution of sodium hydroxide which we are taking, its strength we already know, which is 0.1 normal. Okay, and then phenolphthalein is used as an indicator, and it will show the endpoint by pink color. So this is the basic methodology of carrying out our titration. Now let us see how exactly do we will standardize our compound. So what we will do, we will use this formula, which is N1V1 is equals to N2V2. Here N1 is the normality of oxalic acid, V1 is the volume of the oxalic acid which will be used in the titration, and 2 is the normality of our NaOH, which we already know, which is 0.1 normal. Okay, this value we already know. And then V2 is the volume of NaOH used, which we can calculate from the burette reading, and this V2 value we will also calculate from the titration. This V1 value, which is the volume of the oxalic acid used, this also we will know from this experiment. And then finally, by applying all of these values in this equation, we will get N1 will be the normality of our oxalic acid. So finally we will get the exact value or the exact strength of our sample. So when we will get this N1 value, we will say that our sample has been standardized. So this is what all was in our preparation and the standardization of 0.1 normal oxalic acid. So I hope you liked the video, and if you want to take a screenshot, I can just show the screen. Okay, so I hope you liked the video, and if you do, please subscribe. Thank you.